Now, live from your local news source, this is ABC 27 News at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Crummell. The State House is in special session and moving legislation to give survivors of childhood sexual abuse a chance to sue their perpetrators. Speaker Mark Rozzi got the trains running yesterday, but how long will he be the chamber's conductor? There are questions about that. Dennis Owens live at the state capitol with the very latest. Good afternoon to you, Dennis.
Good afternoon to you, and as always in this building, lots of questions, lots of speculation going on. Mark Rozzi, of course, is the Democrat from Berks County and a sex abuse survivor himself. He was the consensus pick back on January 3rd behind the doors behind me to be the Speaker of the House. Until yesterday, however, under his leadership, there was no session, no organization, no movement of bills. That frustrated a lot of people, mostly Republicans. Well, that all changed yesterday with the special session focused on sex abuse survivors, which Rozzi has always proclaimed to be his top priority. We expect those bills to pass the House Friday and go to the Senate. There is widespread speculation that once his main mission of getting those bills across the finish line is accomplished, that Rozzi will relinquish the gavel next week and pave the way for Joanna McClinton to become Speaker. Just after session yesterday, I asked Rozzi point blank if he planned to step down next week. He did not deny it. He did say this.
What I'm going to tell you right now is my commitment to victims of childhood sexual abuse is to get this done above everything else. And that's my only priority, and the only thing I'm focused on right now is getting victims justice, because they have waited over 18 and a half years to finally get the chance to file their case in the civil court of law. So for me to even think outside these parameters right now, who knows what happens in the next couple days. I mean, I thought I would have been deposed today too, but that didn't happen. So right now I'm going to stay in the moment and make sure that this gets done.
So we played that long soundbite for a reason. It was a simple question. Do you plan to step down next week? He didn't say he doesn't plan to step down next week, and it's only going to increase speculation. That's exactly what he's going to do. And of course, the speculation here is that he can say, look, this week, special session, I got the main thing done that I wanted to get done, mission accomplished. Now we will hand the gavel to someone else, someone more palatable to the majority of Democrats, which would be Joanna McClinton. Of course, that's a wait and see thing, James. As you know, lots of speculation around here. Non-voting session here today. They're going to come back Thursday and Friday and pass those two bills. And then next week, it'll be regular session. Who will be the Speaker? Well, we're going to have to wait and see on that. That's the story from the state capitol. Let's send it back to you.
I mean, this drama continues there, Dennis, and it was good to actually, hear from the Speaker to see what he had to say about all of this. So my question to you right now, Dennis, is about the sexual abuse legislation that they are on the verge of passing there. Now, earlier, the Senate passed that bundled with a whole bunch of other things, and then the Democrats didn't like that. So if the House passes this legislation, is there any idea what will happen when it gets to the Senate?
James, we got a big tennis match. Behind me is the House chamber. Boy, they're going to hit the ball right over to there to the Senate's chamber. Here's what happened. That the Senate passed a constitutional amendment bill with 3 amendments, as you pointed out, including voter ID. The House is going to pass what's called a clean bill, just the sex abuse stuff alone, meaning it goes back to the Senate, and they got to pass it clean or it doesn't get onto the ballot in November. The Senate previously has said, hey, we passed what we're going to pass. It's the 3 amendments, take it or leave it. We'll see if that's their stance after the thing passes over to them, and when a lot of victims are knocking on the door over there at the Senate saying, hey, we're looking for justice, we've been looking for it for a long time, how about passing that bill? So that's where that is. The House is going to pass it clean, and it's going to go over to the Senate. They have to pass it in an identical form in order for it to get onto the ballot in November.
Great explanation as always. Dennis Owens live for us there at the state capitol. Thank you very much for that today.